Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make this delicious northern delicacy called Pankaso or Pankaso. Fun fact, although it is written as Pankaso with an F, it is pronounced as Pankaso with a P because there is no letter P in Hausa. And guys, this is a recipe that will impress almost everyone. Follow me and see how to make it step by step. And guys, as always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. So guys, for this recipe, we are going to be using normal flour, and then we are going to be using this Honeywell whole wheat meal. The first thing we are going to do is to measure the whole wheat meal, and for this recipe, we are going to be using 2 cups of the whole wheat meal. After we finish measuring, we are going to sieve it with a sieve. And guys, another fun fact, traditionally the Pankaso flour is usually made with wheat and soya beans. We just grind both of them together and then sieve it. But personally, I don't like the one with the soybeans inside. I prefer just to whole wheat. But if you use the soybeans, you have the benefits of added nutrients. The next thing we are going to do, we are going to measure our flour and then sieve it. Make sure to sieve both the whole wheat and the flour. Don't skip this step, please. So now the next thing we are going to do is we are going to add half tablespoon of yeast, 1/4 cup of sugar, and then some salt. And don't worry guys, I'm going to be writing down all the measurements in the description box. Then we are going to start adding the water little by little. For this recipe, I used about 1.5 cup of water, but you should be adding the water bit by bit, just to make sure that you do not add too much water to the flour. So now at this stage, all we are going to be doing is adding the water little by little and mixing, little by little and mixing. This the point of doing this is just to ensure that we do not add too much water to the mixture. So now, as you can see, our mixture is well coated. This is the consistency you are looking for. You do not want it to be too thick, you do not want it to be too runny, just the perfect amount, so that your Pankaso will be soft and fluffy. We are going to then scrape down the sides of the bowl, and then we are going to cover it and allow it to rise. While we wait for the yeast to ferment, let's start by preparing our assorted meat pepper soup. Traditionally, Pankaso is eaten with miyar taushe, but I actually really like Pankaso with a pepper soup. Actually, any type of pepper soup. But today, my kids requested assorted meat pepper soup to accompany the Pankaso. But most times they prefer the Pankaso with sugar. Yes, you can take your Pankaso with sugar and it tastes really good. Okay, so now, as you can see, our yeast have fermented really well, and the next stage is we are going to add oil to the pot and start frying our Pankaso. The next step is that you want to wash your hands and get your hands wet, because the dough is actually very sticky. So you want some moisture on your hand so that the dough doesn't stick to your hands. And the next thing, we are going to just scoop just a little bit of the batter, and then we are going to expand it like that, and then we are going to add a hole to the middle of the dough, kind of like a donut. But you need the hole to be small in size. it depends on what your vision is. The hole can be big or small, but I prefer a very tiny hole. We are going to continue doing this over and over again. You have to keep adding water to your hands after each pankaso, so as to ensure that none of the pankaso sticks to your hand. And guys, it is important not to add too much heat to your pankaso. You do not want your pankaso to burn before you already finish putting it inside the oil. Once one side is done, you can then turn it and allow the other side to finish cooking. As you can see, our pankaso is nice and golden, just the way I like it, with a little bit of crunch. Delicious. This is the color I actually prefer, but you can allow the color to go a bit deeper. Can you see this? Can you see the size of the hole? That's why it's important not to make a big hole. When I put it inside, the hole wasn't that visible, but as you can see now, the hole is very visible now. So we are going to be repeating the same process again until all the dough is finished. This time around, I left the pankaso to have a more golden color. The color is actually based on a preference. Most people will like it to be deep like this and extra crunchy. And guys, can you see the amount we got from just 3 cups, 2 cups whole wheat, and then 1 cup of flour? Look at how beautiful it looks. And guys, I remember once ordering something like similar to this when I went on a vacation to Turkey. It was very delicious, and it reminded me of pankaso, although it was made differently. So definitely pankaso is not limited to northern Nigeria. There are other variations across all cultures. Look at how beautiful it looked, and it was really soft, fluffy and crunchy, which is what you are looking for in a good pankaso. So the next step, we are going to finish making our pepper soup. I usually just cook the assorted meat first, and then I'm going to remove the assorted meat from the water that I cooked them in. And then in a separate pot, I'm going to add some oil, and then I'm going to add the assorted meat after I remove them from the water completely, and then I'm going to fry them lightly in the oil. The next thing I'm going to do is go in with my spices. I added some ginger, garlic, and some cinnamon, and then I added allspice, and then I grinded my peppers and onions, and then I added them to the assorted meat, and then mix them, give it a little mix to just develop the flavor. And guys, the peppers I used atarido, and then some tatashi, and then some onions. Then I mix them all together. And then we are going to add some water, and then we are going to go in with our seasoning cube and some salt. Then we are going to cover it and allow it to finish cooking. Wow, I wish you can smell this beautiful aroma right now. Delicious. And now our pepper soup is all done to be served with this delicious pankaso. And guys, if you enjoyed this recipe, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you next time.